Recent success of my this video. This is the most views I've ever gotten in a single day. 481 views in one day. Where was my Hasan versus Asmongold 2028 election prediction? So I thought I'll have a follow up and we'll talk about how the 2032 election would go. But now, because of how bad Hasan has been, we now have a popular third party candidate, Atrioc, as our third party candidate, and Asmongold is back as the Republican nominee again. So we'll go ahead and start for the safe states for Hasan in this scenario, which would be Washington, and where Atrioc leans a little bit left. So Hasan won't have as many safe states as the Democrats usually do. This New England area, DC, and Delaware. We also have Hawaii, this district of Nebraska. Then try to think, what other safe states could there be? And Illinois for safe states. Now we're gonna go to Asmongold safe states, which will be the Deep South as usual. Indiana, Oklahoma, in this area over here. Oops, did not mean to color Colorado. Alright, now we're going to move into the likelies. Now, Atrioc would do very well in a place like Alaska. Now, even though Alaska is deeply Republican, most of their politics are really, yes, do whatever you want. I think Atrioc could campaign very well in Alaska, and Alaska usually likes third-party candidates a lot more than other states. So I'm going to give Alaska Atrioc. Also going to give this district of Maine and this district of Maine, basically all of Maine, to Atrioc. I also believe that New Hampshire would go to Atrioc in this scenario, and so would New Jersey, but only by around a 1-2% margin. Same with New Hampshire and these other districts of Maine. Now, I do have to say, there was a comment that made me change my opinion. Where is it? Yeah, oh, no, not that one. Anyway, I saw a comment that said because New York is a little bit dirtier of a state, they got some rats in the subway trains and all that, that Hasan would be able to get all the, rodents in New York to vote for him because he usually lets rodents live in his room. So that gives Hasan New York in the scenario. I do think Atrioc would take Pennsylvania. Hasan does take Oregon, but Atrioc would be able to take California because Hasan does live in California, but so does Atrioc, and Atrioc's able to get all the independents and a lot of Republicans to vote for him. And because of how often Atrioc talks about gambling, I think he would win Nevada. Hasan would still win Colorado in this scenario, and he would also win New Mexico in this scenario. Asmongold would keep Texas, but by a very small margin, only by around 5%. These states that Republicans usually consider to be safe are no longer safe because of the third-party candidate Atrioc. Asmongold does still take Illinois. Atrioc is able to take Virginia. He's also able to take North Carolina too. I'm pretty sure Atrioc used to live in North Carolina. He is also able to take Arizona. Hasan does take Minnesota. Atrioc then takes Michigan and Wisconsin. Now, nobody here has 270 electoral votes, so this would go to Congress, and Congress would vote. In Congress, they would probably split in the middle, end up voting Atrioc, or Congress could just vote for the incumbent president and keep Hasan. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and peace out.